Hey everyone, it's Mike Regan here with another Regan Rant for February 10th, 2010. And today I want to talk about the mixed martial art video games, UFC 2010 Undisputed and Electronic Arts Sports Mixed Martial Arts MMA. Um, if anyone has read my review of UFC 2009, you could tell that I liked the game. It was a great game. In fact, I know it's probably not in vogue to talk about the previous games in the UFC franchise. I actually liked the Dreamcast version. I thought it was a great game. But the PlayStation, some of the old PlayStation 2 games. They weren't perfect, but they weren't. They weren't bad games. They weren't broken. Look at WCW Backstage Assault. That was a broken game. But so I'm interested in seeing how well EA Sports MMA does compared to UFC. I know UFC is this big juggernaut, and everybody knows what the Ultimate Fighting Championship is. They know it's a franchise, like the WWE is, like ESPN is, like somewhat what Madden is. But my point is, we talked about this on the podcast, and there were some people who thought that EA Sports MMA was not going to sell as well as UFC because they did not have that big name franchise behind it. And the fighters that they did have, while definitely talented, like Bobby Lashley for one, and for example, Fedor is another one. When you consider him the best pound-for-pound heavyweight mixed martial artist in the world. But unfortunately, for whatever reason, he isn't fighting for the UFC, where many consider is the mecca of mixed martial arts. That's where the best go fight. My thoughts on this is that I think that EA Sports is a brand in itself. When people think of EA Sports, they think of Madden. They think of, to a lesser extent, Fight Night, if you want to go there. They think about the hockey games. And these games sell very well year in and year out. Are they the best playing games on the market? Sometimes not. But for the most part, quality-wise and sales-wise, they're right there. Sure, you can nitpick any video game as much as you want and find its flaws and pick apart its flaws, but for the most part, and I know some people disagree with me, there is some quality there. There is some brand recognition. There is some quality there that people want to buy and feel just in purchasing for. So when people when people see EA Sports MMA whenever this game comes out. And from every look of it, it looks like it's going to come out much later than UFC 2010 comes out. I think people are going to pick it up. I think it'll be enough time to pass between UFC 2010 and the shine on that game's probably going to disappear. I can't imagine it last. Sure, people are going to like it, and it's sure it's going to be a great game, just simply because based on 2009. But I think people are going to like EA Sports MMA, and I think people are going to buy it simply because of the EA Sports brand and because it's a mixed martial art title. And while they may not recognize all the fighters in there, but for the most part, I think it's going to do well. I wouldn't think it'd outsell UFC 2010 simply because, again, of that name recognition. But then again, it may. Again, EA Sports is a big brand, and if they put a marketing behind it and they sell it, and they do that right, then I think it's going to get some recognition. I think people are going to buy it, and I'm interested in playing it myself, seeing how it fares head-to-head against UFC 2010. That's just my opinion. But if you agree, disagree, you think I'm crazy, by all means, send me an email. And your comments, suggestions, and questions are always welcome and appreciated. And I will respond to them. You can email them to me at mike@gamingring.com, which I'll put the email address right there. I got an email. It was on my YouTube account, so I'll reply to it. They're asking when we should see the first SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 information screenshots press release. Well, every year but last year, I would say WrestleMania weekend. And that's usually that's what they've done for the past several years, where they've announced a new product at WrestleMania for release later that year. Well, this year THQ's not having a media event at WrestleMania. Last year they had their big SmackDown unveil at SummerSlam. So I wouldn't be too surprised, to be honest with you, if they had that unveil at SummerSlam this year again. And I believe that SummerSlam this year is once again in LA, which is perfect for THQ because they're right down the road from LA. So there you go. I would say SummerSlam. You may get a trailer there. You may hear something at E3, but I think for the big unveil, where all the information is blown out, I think it'll be at SummerSlam of this year. And that's it. Be sure to check out the Wrestling Game Database. We have videos, screens, cheat codes, wrestling game rosters. It's all in there, and we're updating that on a daily basis. So you might definitely want to check that out. I'm just uploading the video now of Fire Pro Gaiden Blazing Tornado. It's an arcade game for the Sega Saturn, so you might want to check that out in a little bit. But other than that, that's it. Talk to you later, everybody. Bye.